Welcome to the Deeper Into Movies podcast. My name is Stephen T. Hanley. I'm the founder and lead curator of Deeper Into Movies. We show cool movies in London and New York. We release soundtracks and books and make this podcast, which you're listening to. Today, my guest is Charli XCX. Charli is a pop genius, a producer, an actor, and she's involved in a stack of cool forthcoming movies, which we will talk about. I love this conversation. Charli is so smart and funny and has great insights, and this is my favorite kind of pod. We spoke about a bunch of different stuff. We spoke about movies, music, M. Night Shyamalan, The Strokes, working with Julian on her remix album, the Minecraft movie, Gregg Araki, Sofia Coppola, our McDonald's orders and preferred cinema snacks. It was really fun and chaotic. And this is me and Charli XCX hanging out for an hour and talking. So I always ask people first, what kind of teenager were you?
I was, you know what? I think I was a bored teenager. I think I grew up in the countryside, outside of London. So I think I craved London, and I craved wanting to be bad, but I wasn't.
What was stopping you?
I think I really wanted to study and get good grades. And also I didn't live in the center of town. I lived really in the countryside. So I kind of had no way of being mobile. I couldn't walk anywhere. I was just in a field, and I couldn't drive until I was 17. So I couldn't really run away, but I would always fantasize about doing that. But I kind of started making music when I was pretty young. So I was kind of going into London and stuff to do that. So that was sort of my escapism, you know?
If you were living in London, do you think you would have been bad? Or is that just not... Oh.
Yeah, because I was...
You were just restricted by your options.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It was very sort of my circumstance. Yeah, because I was so sort of fascinated by people and things and experience when I was younger, because I didn't feel like I was getting enough of it. So the second there was an opportunity to kind of, widen my sort of tiny little bubble that I was living in, I was doing it. So yeah, I probably would have been a complete nightmare. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I used to vicariously live out my fantasies of going out and nightlife just through blogs. And I was obsessed with Misshapes and Ultra Girl. I had such a huge crush on Lee Lazark. Do you remember Lee Lazark, one of the Misshapes DJs?
Oh, so the one with the black hair.
An all-time baddie.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. I know
what you mean.
But I had access to nightlife. And the weird thing is, when I meet people now of that era and that scene, they're like, why the fuck didn't you just hang out with us when this is a thing? And
no, I feel you. I mean, I didn't have access to that at that point in time. I was very much watching it on MySpace. And I was really, really inspired by it, to be honest.
Same.
I think subconsciously it probably had a huge impact on my entire output as a creative person, watching those kind of parties that were happening in London, in New York, in Paris, all of the that whole thing that was going on, and even just the kind of way people would shoot those parties, that sort of high flash Terry Richardson kind of
great
vibe,
look,
photography,
when
I, that was kind of when I was 14, I guess. I had never come across that before, and so I was so sort of captivated by how kind of, palpable the energy was in those images, I think.
Yeah. You're obsessed with Uffie too.
Yeah, you say Uffie?
I say Uffie. Okay, let's auto-tune this.
I could be wrong. I mean, I call her Uffie.
Uffie. You're probably right.
I've been saying that to her face, so I hope so.
Okay.
Uffie feels a little crazy, Stephen.
Okay, fair. No,
maybe I'm wrong.
No, let's
maybe
remix
it's
this in
Uffie.
post. No, it's fine. I say, another one I get hearted up for is I say VU, as in Odeon View, as in the cinema VU.
That makes sense.
I think it's phonetically.
Yeah. That makes sense.
No, I
Totally.
literally, she said, now you said that, I instantly can have playback in my head. I think she actually says her name on the damn songs. And
She says
Uffie.
her name like a lot in songs.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I've never heard her say Uffie.
Okay.
But it's nice to put your own spin on things sometimes, you know?
It's a remix.
Yeah, exactly.
I have such a memory of being sad and lonely in London and watching a vlog on Vice of her, like a weekend in the life of Uffie.
Yeah.
We can just cut and paste that one for
Yeah, you did it nice and clean with space around it.
We'll go some takes afterwards. But yeah, she just had like a weekend in the life of her, just going to all these cool Paris night spots, DJing, shopping, smoking weed, buying trainers, hanging out with Pharrell.
Cool.
And just being insanely hot. And this just haunted me. I was like, what a life.
Yeah, totally.
What a life.
Yeah, it's cool. It's very interesting, that kind of like format of like sort of content, you know, because I remember there was this time I when I shot my music video for Party For You, which was like a couple of months ago now, I don't even remember, we were talking about this on set, how like normally like 10 years ago on music videos there was always this like person who was like desperate to make like a BTS video, like where you'd be like, hi, I'm Charlie and I'm here today shooting the Party For You video with Mitch Ryan or whatever, you know, and then they'd like show the rail of clothes and, you know, you go like behind the scenes in a kind of like geeky way. And like, you know, 10 years ago, that kind of format already felt like pretty tired, but like, you know, that time that you're talking about, the kind of like Vice, like day in the life of thing, it's cool.
MIA did an incredible one with Spike Jonze filming her.
Oh, sick.
Going through London.
Yeah, I feel like it should come back, that format, because everyone's sort of, you know, does the sort of like TikTok montage of their, you know, whatever it is, like, you know, unbelievably short form content. But it's like, it would be kind of cool to see like a 3-minute.
I love
like
that show. MTV making the video.
Yeah, all of that. It's
that
like,
was great.
Doesn't exist really anymore.
I remember there was one guy doing a Pink video or something, and he said at the end she's got to do this crazy shit where she's going to get destroyed and she's going to hate me afterwards. So he said, I'll do that last, because then if she hates me, the shoot's over and I can just walk away.
Yeah.
That was great advice. But also something I realized, that if I had been going out and being popular in the indie sleaze era, I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't spend all that time in my bedroom. Or
what were you doing in your bedroom?
Just movies, music, making mixtapes.
Cool.
Trying to impress girls way too much, probably. Not thirsty, but just to act, maybe just trying it all too hard and not just taking confidence in myself and doing me and stuff.
That's like the story of your life when you're younger, though, isn't it?
It
like,
is.
You know,
it is. I always say when I meet Americans, they feel like, what kind of teenager were you? I'm like, just watch The In-Between of season 1 and 2. That was too fucking real.
Yeah. No, I think that was triggering for like a lot of British men.
Oh, hugely.
You know, like all of my friends, it's like they don't want it to be them, but they know.
So fucking is.
It's very rare that it's not.
It's not. Even when I'd go check out a book, it was like, you're right, book wanker.
Yeah, totally.
You're right, paperback twat. And it's like, sorry for wanting to read a book, for fuck's sake. Yeah, absolutely not.
Totally.
But just being a geek in my bedroom for a hell of a long time. But then I don't know. But then all that obsessive era has totally just come into fruition with my career and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't think I'd change it.
Yeah, no, I mean, you shouldn't.
No. A little less painfully single in my early 20s, but other than that.
Were you making mixtapes for girls?
100%.
Cool.
100%.
That's cool.
I had like my intros and shit,
Wow.
and then like an outro, maybe some dialogue samples in the middle and stuff. And I'm like, what's
Very
that movie? And
cool.
I'm like, well, babe, if you want to come watch The Dreamers, I have it on DVD at home. And things
Very
like
cool.
that. So Easter eggs.
Yeah. I only had one mixtape made for me, and it was by this guy I was dating when I was probably like 13, dating, very sort of barely. Also, he was gay and we all knew, but he just like wasn't ready. But so it was kind of like we were best friends, you know. He made me a mixtape.
Did it slap? Was it?
It was good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was cool. It had a lot of like Gang of Four on it and stuff, you know.
Cool.
But that was the only one. And it's funny because it's like, I don't know, mixtapes are so like fucking romantic in movies.
You'd get this. You'd get the cover.
Yeah, I didn't really get a cover.
Okay.
To be honest,
he fumbled.
Yeah. I didn't get a cover. But I always remember when I watched Bring It On for the first time. There's that scene where Kirsten Dunst is like listening to this tape that she gets given, and she kind of
he stuck an intro. He did. He did.
Yeah. And then she starts like rocking out on the bed.
Scene.
And I was like, I want that to be me one day. So it wasn't quite me rocking out to my Gang of Four CD on my bed, but you know, it was sort of close enough.
It was close.
Yeah.
What kind of movies and music what were your formative influences?
Well, it's funny. It's like when I was younger, I had a real thirst for discovering new music. But not so much movies, actually. Like when I was younger, you know, I was obsessed with LimeWire and trying to get things that I deemed to be like really rare, but they weren't rare like at all. You know, it was just like me trying to like define myself away from like the kids I went to school with, pretty much. And like movie wise, like I guess I didn't really know like how you watched movies when I was younger. Like, you know, you went to like when I was younger, I was like, oh, I gotta like go to Blockbuster. Like I didn't really know, like, you know, I grew up in like a town that didn't have like a Kim's Video equivalent or whatever.
Yeah.
We had Blockbuster, you know. So I was sort of watching movies from Blockbuster or like movies that were on TV, or actually like my nan, my Indian grandmother, she had a lot of sort of like pirate DVDs, which was cool. And one of my favorite ones that I got from her was this movie Sugar and Spice,
of course,
which was really cool. But we didn't. It wasn't in English, so I had to watch it with subtitles.
Cool.
And then eventually I did get the sort of real deal all American copy eventually. But I loved that movie a lot when I was growing up. And I think I really liked sort of films that were pretty like ridiculous and heightened, like obviously Spice World. But one of my favorite movies when I was growing up, and this is one that I like watched on repeat, was Robert Rodriguez's Spy Kids. I just like, I loved Spy Kids so much. Me and A.G. Cook both really sort of like loved that movie. It was something we bonded over when we first met and started making music together. And then, yeah, I don't know. It was like, I really loved Charlie's Angels as well.
Of course, yeah.
You know, and the thing that I think is really cool about that movie still is that it's written by like 25 people. And I think that's kind of why the whole film feels like a montage. Like it's sort of just like music video concepts, like maybe like 35 back to back, which I think is great. But yeah, so I think those are the kind of movies that I was watching when I was like younger. And then I went through my like chick flick phase of, you know, like I don't know, like Cruel Intentions and like, yeah, Bring It On and Clueless.
That was a great era.
Yeah, great era. Jawbreaker, loved that movie.
I have this thing now where my team is sick of me saying this, but there's films and then there's movies.
Yeah.
All caps, movies.
Yeah, yeah.
And my friend was telling me, that she texted me, I just watched fucking Rush Hour again, and I think it's fucking sick. And I watched Rush Hour, I'm like, this is a movie.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
And then I watched like Faculty and Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
And any of that era where we have that kind of Matrix-style green tech font, it's going to be a vibe.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that late 90s, early 2000s.
A lot of movies. Yeah, yeah.
When there's like fuck off budgets and stuff before the kind of internet and torrenting kind of ruined everything and stuff. When they just like throw 100 million at this.
Sure.
Charlie's Angels movie.
Yeah, totally.
And that was like when McGee directed that, who did loads of the iconic Britney videos and stuff. Or Romeo Must Die.
I never saw that.
Oh my God, with Aaliyah.
That's
an essential. That yeah.
Okay.
Just for the fits alone, it's
cool,
worth it.
Cool.
And I think Timbaland did all the music.
Very cool.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, that was sort of like where I was at. I liked Belly as well because, you know, I think it was like, I think at that point in time, I only think this now with hindsight, but I wanted everything to feel like a music video, you know. I don't think I realized that then. And then I went to art school, and I guess
were you like main character before main character?
Was I what?
Main character before main character?
Like in my life?
Well, yeah, in your sense, you sort of, I want everything to be like a music video.
I guess so, yeah, maybe.
Walking in slow motion.
Yeah,
white screen and stuff.
Sure. I think I mean more like the concepts, you know, like, because I feel like for a music video to be like effective, there has to be this like one like hooky, sort of like ridiculous concept. And I think in all of the movies that we've mentioned thus far, it's been this very like pop-tastic, like popcorny like thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I think subconsciously I was kind of like looking for that. But then a little later, I think then I went to art school, and I think that's where I maybe like watched less movies and more films. Yeah, if we're going by your
for sure,
your
that's the official terms.
Yeah. And I think I remember watching 2001 for the first time and being like, you know, and that feeling of being like truly like mind blown, you know. And then another movie sort of around the similar time that I watched whilst I was in art school was Céline and Julie Go Boating.
Amazing.
And those two films, I was like, oh, like I feel transported to another world that I couldn't dream of understanding how to create. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
When did you become full movie nerd? Did it kind of stay from then? I mean, obviously,
you know,
or is this a recent?
I don't know that I'm like a full movie nerd. Like I watch a lot of stuff. We've spoken about this off mic.
Yeah.
In DM. I watch a lot of stuff, but it's like one thing I really hate about and you're not this, just to say, you're not this. One thing I really hate about like film buffy people,
film bros,
it's like annoying. The snobbery of like, oh, you haven't seen, like me and Aidan Zamiri, who I don't know if you know him personally or of him.
No, you're a director.
Yeah, he makes my music videos, and we've made this movie together. We sort of always joke because he's like famously seen like 4 films ever.
Cool.
He loves like, you know, like Spike Jonze, like Charlie Kaufman, and like Dude, Where's My Car? And like that is sort of like the films.
Yeah.
You know? But we always joke that like with those like film bro people, they're always like, oh, like have you seen Old Woman with Bucket? And we're like, what's that? And they're like, oh, it's this like formative like 40s movie about like a donkey and a woman, and it's like great, like and then you say like, oh god, no,
there's a DVD and it's out of print, but you might find it on eBay.
Totally. And it's like, actually it's not even that like they're like, oh have you seen it, you should see it, like that's actually fine, but it's more like when they like make you feel like you're a fucking idiot for not having seen it. Like I hate that. So I would never, like, I don't know, I love watching movies, but there's so much I haven't seen and so much I want to see and want to learn about and understand, and
that's never going to change.
I mean, you'll never see everything.
No, unless you're Sean Price Williams.
Yeah, right. He's like, it's crazy.
Superhero.
It's crazy. But you know what I bet he's never seen, Stephen? Bet he's never seen Bring It On.
100%.
You know?
No, he doesn't do new movies.
No,
he doesn't do new movies.
He doesn't. He checks out after like Black Swan, probably.
Yeah. I think that's where his thousand film list actually ends. If you've not seen that, that's a really good list.
I've seen it.
Or he's got the book now, but it's in letterbox form.
Yeah, I've looked at the list.
Yeah, no, I think it's fine to say it took a while for me to say not seen it. Never heard of it, and say with my chest.
Sure, I've always pretty much always said it, unless I felt really under pressure to not be a loser. But I pretty much say it because I am just like, I'd like to see it. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's totally.
But it's like whatever. I don't know how he got here, but when did I start watching more movies? I don't know. I think like
I think you're a really good film head. I think you deserve to give yourself more.
All right,
for what it's worth.
Thanks. I mean, I enjoy it. I love watching stuff. It's all I do actually if I'm not partying or working.
Yeah,
that's it. You know, it's like
how are you consuming stuff? Are you big TV? Are you laptop?
I'm actually
don't
both.
say phone. Not phone.
Never phone. Okay, good. Never phone. I'm both because I am traveling all the time. So I'm watching stuff a lot on my laptop, like on planes, in cars, etc. But like, yeah, TV too, you know. And when I can, like going to the cinema, you know.
What are your go-to cinema snacks?
I mean, I love like a huge bucket of salty popcorn, but it's like because I half live in LA, the large
do you get
there.
The butter?
No, that's disgusting.
That's weird, right? Okay,
that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And a Coke.
Yes, 100%.
You know, you need to counterbalance those two, sweet and salty.
I'm driving people crazy now because my new Larry David thing is that I'm going on record. VU cinemas have the drink fountain where you can remix everything.
Yeah.
So I need to keep the Coke on pour for like 30 seconds to clean out.
The other like disgusting.
Oh god, I don't want fan cola as I call it, where it's a remix of like Fanta and cola.
Sure.
There's like a peach.
Oh, horrid.
And stuff. So I'm just like shamelessly pouring it out, and they're like, people at the counter like, sir, you need to put your cup under the thing, and I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Stay out of this.
Yeah, you have a method. There's a method to your madness.
Well, I'm not paying £7 for some rat shit fan cola, dirty Sprite.
As is your right.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like the mixed popcorn. And
you like mixed popcorn?
I like mix. I like the chaos of it.
I don't.
And I've suddenly discovered, this is probably so, people have been known this for years, but the M&Ms on top.
Oh, wow.
It's a real vibe. And if you go to the VU, they actually
Stop saying VU. You're insane. You're insane. Uffie. I saw Uffie at the VU.
Uffie at the VU. We popped the
You should take her to see a movie at the VU.
I would love to hang out with Uffie.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm saying it. Uffie. I've been saying it wrong so long, I'm getting what's right.
Yeah.
I got a really long rambling question to hit you with.
Uh-oh.
That movies are no longer the center of culture, and big movies come out and they're gone in a month, or they're not in. We stopped talking about them after a month when it's like but for a couple of weeks, there's like everyone's talking about Love Lies Bleeding or Long Legs or Challengers.
Loved Challengers.
Love Challengers.
Huge movie for me.
And then other than like Barbie and Oppenheimer, that one stayed around for a while.
Sure.
And was part of, the water fountain. And all that. And things, then all things are suddenly, I'm waiting for it to come out, like Friendship or the new Bring 'Em Back, all the A24 stuff that doesn't get out in the UK quick enough, or like Maxine and stuff. Or it gets dumped on Amazon, you're like, oh shit, did I even have a cinema release? That's just fucking on streaming now. But Brat has been incredible that it's held on for so long and stayed fresh. And aside from being a great album, absolutely great album, deserves its staying power, but sometimes that's not enough.
Sure.
So how do you, what do you think about this? How have you, answer that any way you want, how have you managed to?
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting question. And actually it's like something I've been thinking about a lot recently with making our movie. Because I think that I completely agree with you. You know, the music, I mean, I'm allowed to say it because I made it. So obviously people assume this would be my opinion anyway. The music is good.
100% agree.
Brat is good, you know. But that's not enough. I think it's the marketing and the storytelling and how you kind of present it to the world, which was something that I thought about for honestly like years before it, and simultaneously whilst I was making it, which is something I hadn't really done before. You know, I often sort of made the record and then I thought like, how do I communicate this? And with this record, I was like, I'm going to understand how to communicate this album, honestly, probably even before I was writing the songs. And I think that's actually like, I think the marketing of movies, films, either one, it's like, it doesn't happen very much. And I think the reason that you mentioned Barbie and Oppenheimer, I think there's like a thing with the duality of those movies that actually helped the other one, you know? And I think obviously like Barbie being like Mattel or whatever, there is like this whole kind of sort of thing that you can push alongside it.
Yeah, there's a whole world and history behind it.
There's a whole history. There's so much to do. There's so much money, you know. But I think, unfortunately, my thought on why movies sort of like come and go kind of quickly in the cultural conversation is because people aren't thinking about how to market them, and people aren't thinking about how to seep them into culture before they come out. Because I'm finding that, and I'm not saying from my experience, I'm just saying from the conversations that I have had across like a few different films I'm working on, it's like, you know, the film world is very tight. Like, if a film leaks, that's like a big deal.
Yeah.
Whereas if music leaks, it's like kind of not a big deal,
right.
You know? And I think there is this sort of old school nature to the way that people think about the protection of film that actually should probably go, because I think part of the reason that something stays in a cultural conversation for a long time is that the audience need to feel some sort of like ownership of it. They need to feel that they in part create it and understand it in a way that other people who engage with it later won't.
Yeah.
And I think that's missing from film, because it's kept so tight until the teaser, the trailer, and the release.
Yeah.
And actually, really, it's like you kind of need to be like communicating with the people who are going to be watching this film like long before the film comes out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I think, and it's hard, I think it's hard to convince like studios to do that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's like you kind of have to go rogue. And if you're dealing with like a big studio, like that's obviously a problem, you know. You can't really go rogue without getting into some sort of like serious kind of trouble.
I kind of liked when Francis Ford said, I'm not putting Megalopolis on streaming. I want to keep it in cinemas. I thought that was a flex.
Well, yeah, I think also...
Or if you can somehow keep it just offline. I know there's a few movies that are just not on fucking line.
Yeah.
And I think that's impressive.
It's cool because I think it's sort of like there is more of a chance of creating a community around it.
Yeah.
When you like eventize
the
film. And I think in this day and age, eventizing the film can literally just mean getting people in theaters to see it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I mean, I think in my opinion, I haven't seen the Minecraft movie, but like that.
I heard it slaps.
I
didn't realize it was Napoleon Dynamite guy
but
who
it's
made it.
Oh, cool. He did there's a really interesting article about how they marketed that movie, actually, Napoleon Dynamite. I'll send it to you. It's really interesting. But you know, I always think about like Rocky Horror.
Yes.
And the community that was built around that, from like the midnight screenings and the encouragement to kind of like go and dress up and throw shit and whatever. And it's like, I think that can only really happen if you're putting a movie exclusively in a theater these days, because you're not going to like dress up to watch it at home on Netflix.
And weirdly, Barbenheimer had that as well.
Totally. Yeah.
That's cool. We had a big argument in the Deeper Into Movies team about Minecraft, and is the theatrics and trashing the fucking cinema a vibe?
Right.
Or is it...
I mean, the trashing of the cinema is a shame for the people who have to clean it up.
Yeah.
If they're into it, then it's fine. But if it's like they're like, you know, if they're dealing with like rude, angry kids, that's not cool.
Yeah. I guess I have a thing with gimmicks. I hate secret cinema.
I've never been.
Oh, so fucking stupid. I think IMAX is too big. I don't
even know if I've been to an IMAX.
You don't need to. I think it's too overwhelming and sensory.
Sure.
I think the movie should be enough. Once the lights go down, the movies be enough. But
yeah.
I do things like Rocky Horror and stuff in the midnight movies like are cool. Or John Waters when he did Smell-O-Vision. Vast jokes. Vast fun. Actually, shout out to the Minions as well. I love when all the kids are dressing up as Minions. That was really fucking weird.
That's cute.
Just hundreds of people in suits.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Fast fun. What's your favorite Sofia Coppola movie? Bling Ring.
I mean, I rewatched Bling Ring the other week. I've seen it 4 times now, and it kind of keeps getting better and better. I do love Somewhere, though.
That's my favorite.
And I love, you know, The Beguiled is sort of underrated.
Slept on. That's a really slept on one from her.
Yeah. I mean, she can't really miss for me because there is something so nostalgic about her to me. Like, I think she was like a filmmaker who, when I was younger, I was like, I'm into cool stuff now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like what was like one of those. It's like you know, when I first started watching Harmony movies, I was like, now I'm into cool things.
Yeah,
you know.
But that's fine. You need that moment.
Yeah,
I don't look back on that. Like my nephew's getting into movies now, and he's just like. And he's like, what are you watching? I'm like, I'm watching fucking Rush Hour, dude. I'm watching M. Night Shyamalan again.
I'm in such an M. Night phase.
He texts me, he's like, dude, have you even seen 2001 or The Shining? And I text him back like, you know the M stands for in M. Night Shyamalan? Movies. It just triggered him. But
yeah.
M. Night's a G.
I've been on a huge M. Night binge recently. Like, I'd never seen The Happening.
Crazy movie.
Is
that the Mark Wahlberg one?
Yes. Where he's wearing a mood ring for the whole film for no reason.
That's
huge. It's the biggest ring I've ever seen.
That's the guy who fucking M. Night backs himself.
Yeah.
He literally funds. There was a time when he dropped off and he was like, fuck it, I'm going to remortgage my house and back myself on
wow, cool.
a movie.
I didn't know that.
Then just smashed it. His movies are so silly, and he's got his own weird world and logic.
The Village
slaps.
Woo.
Trap. How do you feel about Trap? That was very.
I liked it.
Scary,
It wasn't my.
scary for you.
It wasn't my. Yeah. I was trembling. Yeah. It wasn't like my favorite. It wasn't my favorite, but like that's like no shade. Like M. Night is hard.
Yeah.
You know, I like that he's just sort of doing his own thing. But you know what I'm interested in about M. Night? It's like, you know, I guess there was this like time where it was like he was like a main man. He was like a main guy making movies, you know? And now I think it's like, I feel like people don't want to have fun too much anymore.
Exactly.
Unless it's at Minecraft, perhaps.
Or like a Marvel or a...
Yeah. That's not even fun. That's just for people who don't really know anything about like why they like something.
Marvel.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no offense, but...
Charlie has exited the MCU.
Yeah, totally. I don't think I was ever invited in. But, you know, it's like people who don't know what they're supposed to like that. Yeah. It's like I could say the same thing about like certain musicians, but I'm not going to do that. But it's, you know what I mean? It's like, it's big, it's there, like, let's go. Yeah. It's like being like, McDonald's is my favorite burger or whatever. Yeah. You know?
I fuck with McDonald's.
I actually, same.
What's your McDonald's order?
I actually do the chicken
sandwich or the nuggies?
The nuggets, yeah. I can't say nuggies. That freaks me out.
Okay.
It's like when people say like brekkie. Oh, crazy.
No, it's breakfast. No,
it's breakfast.
I think nuggies is playful. Okay.
I don't like it, but it's okay.
We'll put that next to Vu and Uffie
nuggies,
of words I'm taking off our future conversations.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour sauce?
No, absolutely not.
Wow. That was...
absolutely not.
Shut that the fuck down.
Shut down.
Barbecue?
But yeah, no.
Okay, tell me.
I like ranch.
Oh, this is an LA order. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they have ranch. Well, I think here they have like garlic aioli at McDonald's.
Interesting.
Do you not know this?
No.
Yeah. Try it. Okay.
It's
good.
I'm adding that to my next nuggets.
Yeah,
order.
add it. But wait, we were talking about M. Night. You're watching M. Night. I'm watching M. Night.
I'm watching M. Night and... What was I saying?
You were talking about your nephew or your cousin.
My nephew. My nephew is becoming a cinephile.
Sure.
And it's funny that I've gone through watching the heavy hitters, the club classics, as I call them, like the Kubricks and the Friedkin and the Schraders.
I watched Jade the other day.
You watched what?
I watched Jade the other day.
Fucking love that movie.
I love Jade. I'd never seen it, and I was like, "Damn, this is hard."
The aesthetics, the home,
so cool. Yeah, so cool. And the car chase in it is really.
Well, he's
like,
the goat of the car chases. Yeah,
this is like a really, really long one.
Have you done To Live and Die in LA?
No, I haven't. But Georgia, I know. Georgia's. Sorry, this podcast becoming about our friend Georgia. Her partner bought me the soundtrack on CD.
Oh, Wang Chung.
So I've been listening a lot to the soundtrack, but I haven't seen the movie yet.
I think that drum sound they have, that real 80s processed drum sound absolutely slaps.
So I gotta do that.
Oh, that's
But Jade is
vibes.
Very sick.
Yeah.
Very
and
sick.
There's a 4K Blu-ray I got sent by my pal, and there's a director's cut which hasn't been. I think the theatrical is the one that's doing the rounds, but there's director's cut, which I'm really curious about because Friedkin's such a weirdo.
Right.
So I'm wondering what
got removed.
Yeah. In the opening of his biography, he talks about how Basquiat sent him a piece of art and he didn't know who he was and just threw it in the fucking trash. And he's like, didn't know at the time, but sounds like that guy's worth a few million right now. And I'm like, casual as fuck.
Yeah.
Just like, oops. So what? I've got my Exorcist money anyway.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Did you see that movie, the Basquiat movie?
Yes, I love that movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I think that Julian Schnabel's amazing.
The cast is crazy.
Stacked.
The cast is stacked, and there's some people in that movie like who have like really, really tiny parts, but it's like Benicio del Toro or something like that.
Yeah, Vincent Gallo, Dennis Hopper.
It's like pretty crazy.
Yeah, different era.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah. His son's made a movie now, Pet Shop Days.
Okay.
Which I call it, I describe it as gay good time. It's like a queer Safdie brothers New York movie.
I love good time and I love gays, so I should watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
My dream movie.
On the way here, I was going back through your record and Julian Casablanca's vocals. This guy's ear for melody and hooks, his cadence, it's like nothing else.
Agree.
It's crazy. I was having a Strokes naissance recently. Is that one okay?
It's like
okay.
Past
the vibe check.
Yes.
And yeah, and I was just listening back and I was going through You Only Live Once and things like that. And even the way he can do 5 different in that track. He does oh. And so I'm like, the details are so incredible.
Yeah.
How is it for you working with him and hearing all this stuff in person? I'm sure you've kind of picked up on stuff like this from being a Strokes fan anyway.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I was kind of very surprised that he wanted to do it. We got in touch with each other through a mutual friend, and I don't know, like AG and I had been thinking about the remix album that we were working on at the time, and we were like, who should be on this song, and we kind of like threw his name out into the ether in a total kind of sort of dream scenario type vibe. And yeah, he said yes. And it was really cool working with him. To be honest, we didn't do much of it in person. I was in LA, but I was leaving actually the night that we met for the first time. And so I went over to his studio. I think he was working at like Rick Rubin's place. I think it's Rick Rubin's place. I don't know. Not the Malibu one. I don't know, whatever. Anyways. And we just hung out for a second and he played me like an idea that he'd been working on and was like, do you hate this? And I was like, no, I love this. Like, what are you talking about? You could like do anything and I'd probably love it, you know? And he was just like, okay, like, I just wasn't sure if you wanted me to do something more like you. I was like, no, God, no, do you.
Yeah.
And then I kind of had to go catch a plane. So then I just sort of like left him to it. And then after that, we were just sending things back and forth to each other. And yeah, he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Fascinated by his dress sense. So unique.
Right.
So strange.
Right.
But,
it's, yeah.
And that's not what it is. That's just, he's just so out there.
He was wearing like a low cut tank top. I think like one where the armholes are really low.
It makes sense to him somehow.
Right.
I think it's considered, it's not like I just went into the thrift store and bought 4 random things.
Sure.
It's just on another level that I think he's operating at that I don't fully understand.
Cool. I feel like his style's like changed from back in the day.
Yeah.
I feel like he wears like colorful trainers a lot now.
Big fucking trainers,
like
long leather jackets and stuff. Kind of looks like a 80s John Hughes villain in a weird way and stuff. It's just
good for him. You know, you gotta just like sometimes you gotta flex.
Yeah.
In a way that only you can do.
I feel that.
Yeah.
There was a time when I was obsessed with Vincent Gallo and I was looking at his clothes and I'm like, I can't pull off a chocolate velour tracksuit.
Right.
It's a good learning point in your adulthood when you realize what you can pull off and what you can't.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I just stay in my fucking lane and stay away from like the.
But your Sex in the City hat is cool, and that's something that maybe only you can pull off.
Absolutely.
Or my dad, who also loves that show.
And yeah, one of my biggest vices are stupid movie hats or merch that you shouldn't think it wouldn't have thought existed. Like, I got a Meet the Parents hat that absolutely slaps.
That's cool.
I got an Entourage cap, which I wear, which is like the boy version of Sex and the City.
yeah.
I feel about a Euphoria cap and stuff. But yeah, I like the obscure movie merch cap. Is my If I was gonna be cringe and say I have a trademark style, the obscure movie merch is where it's fucking at.
We'll have to get you the Moment hat.
I need the Moment hat, and I desperately need a Sweat Tour cap. I can't get them in the UK store.
I'm sure we can get you one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get Sam Pringle on the phone now. And
Yeah. We will.
Let's go for your movies.
Okay.
The Moment.
Yes.
Fictionalized pop star. Is that right?
I don't actually think I've ever even spoken about this.
Okay. What can we say and what can't we say?
I don't really know what we can say.
Okay.
It's a mockumentary. What does it say on Letterboxd? We didn't write it. Someone else wrote it.
Okay, whatever we say on that, we can totally.
I'll read what it says on here because I've been reviewing it as I've been watching cuts.
Right. Is it getting better or worse?
It's getting better. It's getting better. Okay, this is what it says on Letterboxd. We didn't write this, and I don't know who did. A rising pop sensation navigates the complexities of fame and industry pressures while preparing for her arena tour debut, revealing the transformation of underground culture into mainstream success. I guess it's kind of about that.
Yeah.
Well, it's on your watch list.
Yes.
So.
She'll do receipts. Okay. Yeah. No.
It's kind of about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we say who's the main character?
Me.
Sick.
Yeah. Me and Alexander Skarsgård, I would say, are the kind of main people in it. But I can't really reveal anything. So this is
one of our mutual
boring.
friends is in it, so I was excited.
Who?
Haley Benton Gates.
Oh, she's amazing. Have you seen Atropia?
No, we were trying to do a preview screening while she was in town for your movie, but they couldn't do it pre-festival.
Right. It's great. It's really great. You should see it.
She's also a big fashion inspiration for me.
Yeah.
She does preppy so fucking hard. She does. She has monogram shirts as well, which is what a real
she's the coolest
aspiration level.
She's the coolest. She's so smart and fucking like she's just the coolest. I was like super intimidated by her when I first started hanging out with her at the film because she's just the coolest fucking person, and her movie's so good, and she's a really talented actor. Like she's great.
Luca Muse as well.
Yeah. Yorgos Muse as well.
Really? Is she in the new?
Well, no, I mean, I don't know, like Poor Things.
Yes, obviously. Yes. Yeah, I remember she posted that, like, they fucking ripped me off. I was like, lol.
Yeah, I mean, internalized on film is kind of an honor, you know.
I have a thing that I say that there's certain actors that I say, well, no, let me start from the beginning. Robert, you'll appreciate this. Robert Rodriguez, when he was shooting Machete, he said he had a new camera, a new like HD camera, and he said, I needed that for Danny Trejo because Danny Trejo has a high definition face. Mm-hmm. And so now every time I see certain actors or character actors, especially people from the 70s, I'm like, instead of like, that's a fucking high definition face.
Sure.
Haley has a high definition face.
1000% agree. Totally. Yeah.
That's one of my big things where I see an actor, I'm like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
Some like that still exists.
Yeah. She looks great, and she's so unique. It was really cool working with her, and the whole process of making that movie was really cool because that was like the longest time I've been on set as an actor thus far. We were kind of all together for like 5-6 weeks, something like that. And we all like fell in love. It was really nice. You know, it was just so, special. So yeah, we're kind of in the edit on that now. And, I'm just really excited about it. And I'm really excited about Aidan as a filmmaker because he has such a point of view, and, you know, he's not afraid of things looking beautiful, which I think is something that people are scared of now, but out of the fear of like making something that is just pure vibes, which I hate.
Well, like a style of the content?
I hate pure vibes. You know what I mean?
You mean in wholesome or?
No, I don't mean in wholesome. I mean, yes, what you just said.
Style over content.
Yeah.
It looks pretty, but it's got no.
Yeah, I think people are afraid of beauty out of the fear of people maybe saying that.
Sure.
You know?
Sophia used to get shade thrown at her like that.
Totally. But like, yeah, Aidan's not really afraid of that. And it's not style over substance, you know? So yeah, it's cool.
Faces of Death.
Yes.
I love Daniel
Goldhaber.
Who made How to Build a Pipeline.
Yeah.
That was very exciting. I was like, how the fuck do you even turn that into a new movie? That was such a nasty video back in the day.
That was one of my like art school discoveries.
Yeah, you got to go through the edgelord. Who was I was talking about someone the other day that going through that edgelord period where it's like, guys, I think everyone in that film just got stabbed in real life. Like, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. And now it's like, I need Rush Hour.
you love like Rush Hour, the most frequently mentioned
film of this pod.
This pod. Yeah,
I would much prefer to watch Devil Wears Prada or something like that.
Sure.
Then I always got time for my Gasparinos and my Lars von Trier and what have you.
Yeah,
but I'm not watching some filthy grindhouse 70s movie where it looks like people getting killed for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I trust him to come up with something super interesting in an adaptation of something as weird as that.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a narrativized version, you know. But yeah, it's funny. I remember I was watching like that movie and like Trash Humpers as well at the same time. Like that was my like, yeah, like, you know, freaky shit.
I will say, I think Harmony, like everything else before that, 10 years ahead.
Oh yeah,
of the VHS era, the analog look coming back. Like
100%.
The same with Spring Breakers. Now it was like then it was almost like a month after that. It was like all the music videos changed and
totally people are still making music videos
doing those neon drenched.
Like,
even there was that Fifth Harmony video where they were just in like a motel with all the strip. I'm like,
I mean, it's like the coolest look, you know. But yeah, he did it.
And tell me about your Pete Ohs movie, which I'm not even going to attempt to ruin and pronounce.
You know what? I've been pronouncing it wrong.
Okay.
Pete actually had to like pull me up on it and be like, "You are not saying it right." I think you say erupsia. But
one more time.
Erupsia.
Okay.
I was saying eruptica.
That sounds sick.
But I think it's erupsia, but I also could be wrong. But you know, Uffie Vu.
Uffie Vu Nuggies, yeah.
There's a theme developing. It's that movie is really interesting because it's kind of like the movie is we're still finishing it. The movie is very much classically a Pete Ohs movie, and I think the process, you know, the way that we made it defines so much about the film. You know, it's like we kind of got together every day in Warsaw, and we would like get together and write scenes, and then we would immediately shoot them afterwards and not know like what we were going to write the next day. And that's kind of how we made the movie. So it felt very sort of like theater in a way. And Pete works a lot like that. You know, that's his process. It's like a very small cast, very skeleton crew. You get together, you write, you shoot it, and the next day you figure out where the story is going to go next. So it was like really cool to be in his world and working like that and really having to let go of all control, which I'm finding you kind of have to do with film anyway. But with this, it's more so because you don't even have a script. So you don't have printed out, but you don't have sides to learn or anything. It's just like it's almost like improv in a way. Kind of, which is cool. It's sort of thing to be able to explore. So yeah, that one's interesting, and it was cool to be in Poland and making a film in ways that is very much about Warsaw.
Obviously, been on 1,000 stages, but how is it different acting? Do you feel how long did it take you to get used to it or feel confident?
I mean, I'm still not used to it. but I'm addicted to it, you know, in a way that I just don't feel addicted to music anymore. It gives me a kind of high, I guess, because I do feel so out of control. And, you know, it's not like that with music. I control every single thing about my career in music. I control, obviously, you know, the way that the music is made, you know, I'm writing every aspect of it. I control every single angle that I'm shot from within a music video. Like, you know, I'm in the edit, like every single frame. If I want to be, you know, and obviously that isn't like the case with all of the films that I'm working on.
You can't even pick your best take.
No,
even.
I mean, on my movie, I can
fine,
if I want,
but
like, you know, it depends. But yeah, it's like, you know, you can't. It's like, I think in music, or part of, you know, obviously, like part of like being a pop star, like stereotypically is, and I don't necessarily like feel that I fall into this, but there is definitely like an undercurrent of this in the music industry, is like pop stars must look good and sexy. And it's like, you don't get that choice in film. You just have to fucking like be raw and real and rock with it. Otherwise it's kind of lame. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of lame to be like worried about what you're like looking like. It's like you can't really do the job. So that's just like, you know, a different way of thinking, I guess. And I'm enjoying it. And
Gregg Araki's movie, The Goat.
I love Gregg so much. It was like a dream when I found out I was gonna get to do that, because Doom Generation was such a big movie for me. And, you know, Gregg as a whole was just so kind of like formative for me, like understanding that I'm a bit of a freak, you know? And yeah, I watched a cut of that the other day. I don't know. I see, this is the other thing about fucking films. Like, I'm so used to just like saying whatever I want with music, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get like a slap on the wrist for like talking about the movies. You know what I mean? But
we're fine. We haven't given any plot spoilers or details.
Right? So. Sure. He's just the coolest guy. Like, there isn't anyone cooler than Gregg Araki. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's so sweet.
He's sweet, and he
needs to drop his skincare regime as well. The guy's like, what, 60?
He looks incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. He told me he still lives in like the same like condo that he lived in the 90s. And like, he's like not into Hollywood. Like he's so him. He's so Gregg Araki. You know what I mean?
But there was an era when people weren't appreciating him. And I'm not saying like, I was there from day one, bro. But I was a defender of Gregg, and people were like, is it really queer cinema because it's so bi and fluid, and what's with all of shoegaze needle drops every 2 seconds? I'm like, that's what makes it fucking great. And people are like, oh, what about the MTV speak? Again, eat my fuck. One of the best insults.
The coolest stuff, though. Yeah. You know?
And then like, and now everyone's like, oh my God, Euphoria. And I'm like, Nowhere did it way before. No shade to Euphoria, but it's like, Nowhere did it.
Oh, of course.
He's definitely one of those guys that was such an outlier and ahead of a game that it's almost...
Yes.
To bring, similar to Uffie, I feel, that just way ahead, that completely different, but that lazy vocal or whatever she was delivering was so cool.
Yeah, totally.
Just so don't give a fuck.
Totally. Yeah, no, Gregg is really, I agree, like totally ahead of his time, totally sort of, talking about, yes, the queer experience, but also like the kind of like experience of like youth and drugs and like fucking your friends and being lost.
Yeah, that's something that doesn't get tapped in for the dark existential dread and stuff in his movies, and like the low-key depression and the anxiety and that weird, well, obviously it's a teen apocalypse trilogy, but that eerie sense of the apocalypse or dread or a weird vibe coming in the air that you can't quite pinpoint and stuff. Relatable content. 1,000%.
Yeah, he's awesome. I'm a stan. What can I say?
Final thing. And this is a great closer because this goes to another.
Are we done?
Almost.
Oh, I'm having so much fun.
Well, let's see.
I mean, no, we don't have to do like a 5-hour episode. It's
no,
fine.
we're not going to Joe Rogan this shit. But okay, but Otekra, you're a big Otekra fan. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about my pronunciation?
I would always say
Orteka. Okay,
but maybe I'm wrong there. That might be me doing.
See, I don't think you are.
Uffie. I don't know.
Yeah, what era of Orteka is your?
To be honest, I'm not really listening via date or anything like that. Name dropping AG Cook again, second most mentioned after Rush Hour and
Uffie,
our friend Georgia.
Uffie, all the bangers, all the icons are being mentioned in this.
Yeah, he was really big into them and is. And I just sort of like browse them, browse the sort of like Spotify playlists.
Yeah.
But actually I watched this great documentary called Modulations. Have you seen it?
No.
It's kind of like this documentary about the history of dance music, essentially. And it kind of goes through all these very sort of like formative artists from all different geographical locations and kind of talks about how, like Detroit affected like other cities and, what was happening in Germany versus what was happening in Manchester, like, and how they all kind of like interplayed and cross-pollinated each other. And there's a good segment on Orteka.
It already sounds
see.
wrong, is it? Okay.
We'll see in that.
I feel like I'm a new speech coach.
Well, I don't know because I could be getting it all wrong.
No, I see. I totally feel this is very me just to have some
know.
rogue-ass version of how things are said.
But that's a cool documentary. You should check that out. I'm in kind of a documentary phase at the moment, I think.
I can watch a music documentary on fucking anyone. Uh-huh. Even those dorky like classic albums, when they start isolating the tracks and they're like, listen to that guitar part right there. You hear that? I fucking love that shit. I started watching the Simply Red one and I was like, bro, I need to fucking check myself. This is too far right here.
I actually kind of grew up listening to Simply Red because my mum would always play them in the car. So
Money's Too Tight to Mention slaps.
Mick Hucknall's kind of cool.
Wow.
I think I have said that before. That's not an exclusive, but am I wrong? I don't know anything about his like personal shit, so maybe I should have checked that before I said that.
Money Too Tight to Mention is a jam, and obviously I don't believe in any guilty pleasures whatsoever.
Right, no. But, I'm actually more on my fashion documentary shit right now. Have you seen Unzipped?
No.
Oh.
Is that the supermodel?
It's this one is about it follows Isaac Mizrahi as he's like prepping for his New York Fashion Week collection. I can't remember what year. And it's by this guy Douglas Keeve, and it is honestly such a great documentary. I can send it to you because I don't think you can really watch it anywhere. But it's not even really about fashion per se. I mean, obviously it is, but it's more about passion, I think, and like someone's like sort of journey through their creative process and all of the kind of like ups and downs of it and things like that. He also has this documentary called Seamless that I really want to watch. Douglas Keeve. But then I watched Catwalk as well, which was really cool. It's on YouTube.
Seen that. We screened the I'm gonna try it for Izumiyaki documentary.
Killed it.
Okay.
I haven't seen that.
Did you see the Galliano documentary?
Yes.
I was so moved by that. The opening when he was talking about watching Napoleon and the effect it had on him. It's such a weird detail, but when he said, I loved it, I'm like, he fucking means it. That's deeper than, I love nuggies. That was such a, I know that was just a perfect example of when you just have that eureka moment where something hits you so fucking hard and deep and you're going to be, he was forever riffing on that.
Yeah.
Or just going back to that point, and I've kind of weird moments like that, or albums and movies that I'm just like, I've never been the same since. That completely rewired me and stuck, and that example really captured it. I also watched the Disney supermodel, the Vogue document. Was it the Vogue documentary, the 4-part Vogue documentary?
Oh, The Supers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, I liked it. It was cool.
I like that a lot. I like the McQueen documentary a lot.
It's so good.
I'm obsessed with Michael Nyman, and I love that he did all his scores for his shows. I thought that was cool. But
I haven't seen it, but I really want to watch the Margiela documentary.
Yeah,
I hear it's good. I haven't seen it.
It's on Mubi, I think.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Good to know. But yeah, so I'm in my doc phase right now.
Do you feel with the success of Brat, do you feel like you've won? Do you feel you got more to, do you ever feel like you're content? Never.
That's the disease though, isn't
yes.
it? You know, that's sort of the kind of driving reason I probably even made it. You know, it made Brat. I mean, I don't mean made it in that sense. But no, I'm sort of like eternally like dissatisfied. I do feel happy with the success of Brat, you know, but I actually mean that in terms of like cultural kudos, I suppose, rather than it's streamed this much or whatever. Like that's obviously really nice, but it's like I'm not like a numbers girl. No. I would say I've never have been, and I think it's like it's funny. It just drives me to, you know, it's like in part it's probably why I'm so interested in film.
From one workaholic to another, what gives you moments where you get a sense of accomplishment, joy, relief, content?
They're few and far between.
Speak on it.
I mean, like, I think feeling respected by people I respect is a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I've always felt that I was a loser. So when someone I deem to be like not a loser, like gives me validation, that's like the coolest thing ever. Like, you know, when Chloe was like, yes, I want to be in your music video, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. Or when like Sean Price Williams was like, yeah, I want to be the cinematographer on your movie, me and Aidan were like, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not really like afraid to say that, like, you know, because I think there's this like fear of like admitting that you might think that you're a loser out of the fear of it meaning that you are.
No, that's almost like, yeah.
But it's like, you know,
yeah, no, I totally
you know what
get
I'm
it.
saying? But like some people don't admit it. I'm willing to admit that.
Well, that's what makes you, your radical honesty is always something that's made you so great.
Thanks.
And you also have a bit of kind of fuck you revenge, maybe. But I think I love a little bit of revenge.
Sure, I think
not going full Darth Vader evil,
sure,
but a little bit of spite and fuck you is really
because I'm like everybody has that, but people are pretending they don't because we're also in this, as well as the performative honesty era, I think we're still in the era of performative niceness.
Yeah.
Especially in the mainstream, you know, probably less maybe in our adjacent worlds. I don't know. But like, you know, it's like there is this fear of like, oh, well, you must be nice all the time. Otherwise, everything will be taken from you. And it's like, I mean, don't deliberately be an arsehole, but like you can have your good and bad days and let them show, you know? Because actually, like, the mess is pretty fun to watch.
Yeah.
You know, and I think people forget that out of fear of being told they're like a shitty person. And my whole thing is like, we're all going to die anyway. No one's going to remember my like
one tweet.
Yeah. You know? So yeah, I think it's cool to, you know, just say how you feel. And, you know, it's like, I think I felt rejected for like a big part of my career and life. I've felt very misunderstood for a very, very long time. So revenge is sweet.
Yeah. Is there a new category for you now?
I don't know. You tell me. Well, I don't know. The thing is like everything's so cooked right now.
Yeah.
For me in music. Like I'm not inspired by music like at
all. Do you
all.
listen to music?
No,
other than...
barely. I really barely listen to music. I listen to the same stuff I always listen to. Right now, like I listen to a lot of Lou Reed.
Yeah, I've heard you.
Yeah, and I listen to not right now, but in the past, and we'll definitely go back to her. I do listen to a lot of Uffie, a lot of like French stuff, and of like things that are like coming out now. Addison is the only one, really, and that's not shade to like anybody else. It's just I'm not in like a music listening phase, and I haven't been for a really long time. Like I haven't listened to most albums like, and I haven't listened to most recent albums. I haven't listened to like most like iconic albums. I just like what I like.
Well, you've heard Simply Red, so you've kind of got the canon. You got the canon.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever listened. And again, this isn't because I'm like I don't like them. It's just because I haven't. I've like not listened to like a Radiohead album in full. Are you judging me?
No. I was trying to think of something funny to say, but then I.
You just went like silent.
No. I was trying to think of something funny to say, and then I thought, shit, you're turning into, bro, you've not even heard Kid A, babe?
No, but you know what? I actually did listen to Kid A on like YouTube.
Yeah.
Once a while ago, but like.
Is this where your weird genius comes from? That you're just so in your own, brain and music world? Maybe
that is like a part of it. Like I have friends who are encyclopedic with their knowledge of music. Like Harrison, the Dare is like kind of like that. Mm-hmm. Like AG is like that. Like, you know, a few people in my ether are really like that. And I'm just like, I'm not like that. I like what I like. And I sort of, like I said, when I was younger and I was on LimeWire, I was in my like must find things era. And now I'm not like that. And maybe more like that with film. Like you've been very kind enough to give me this like USB and I'm going to go home and, you know, watch everything that's on it. But if you gave me like a USB of albums, I might not do that.
Oh, I did put like 50 demos of my new shit. If
you did?
Yeah, if you want to spit on it, then we can link.
Great.
Yeah. Very, very Uffie inspired type shit. Does the loserness ever go away, do you think? Or you've always got something to...
No, I think you're either born a loser or you're not. And actually, I think it's really helpful to be born a loser because it makes you more interesting. It makes you strive into stranger places. It makes you have something to prove. And I've always felt that I was born a loser in ways, you know? And I'm glad because I think if I felt like I was the shit, I wouldn't make interesting stuff.
Well, that's kind of like I was saying at the beginning that if I was just hooking up with all the baddies and not in my bedroom for...
We made it cyclical.
That's good. That was a 360. Oh! Unintentional. Okay. Yeah. We got to stop.
Yeah, I guess that's it now. Okay. We have to just say all the same things again if we keep going.
This has been good.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Thanks so much for chatting.
Thanks for having me.
Boom. That was me and Charli XCX talking for an hour. Really excited for all those forthcoming movies she's working on. And follow her letterbox. Let me find the handle. It's Charli Baby. It's Charli BB. Go follow her. Great watch list. Great viewings. I've found loads of cool movies from following her. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you for listening, and thanks to Joshua Eustace, aka Telephone Tel Aviv, for our beautiful music, and we'll speak soon.